What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT, and I'm back to talk about Chandler Riggs, who played Carl Grimes on The Walking Dead. Obviously, spoiler warning for The Walking Dead show, comics, all that stuff. If you're not up to date of the show and the comics, definitely spoiler warning. But recently, Chandler Riggs was in the hospital after getting a concussion after falling off a horse. What? Yes. Falling off a horse. He's okay. Everybody seems to be okay. So I'll just share that information with you. But first, guys, if you can, please hit that subscribe button. It's very, very, very important to achieve that goal of 100,000 subscribers, and we can't do it without you. Now, Chandler Riggs was just on Talking Dead last week with Avi Nash. And to be honest, Chandler Riggs being on the show was kind of cool, but it was also weird because Chandler Riggs hasn't been on the show since season 8, and a lot of people were pissed that Carl was killed off, but Chandler Riggs is a real person. Carl Grimes is fictional. Chandler actually got hurt in real life, but I'm glad that he's okay. And if you're watching this, Chandler, and anyone from the Riggs family is watching this, definitely want to say speedy recovery, my man. Hopefully you're doing okay and you bounce back better than ever. But this is what Gina Ann Riggs, who is Chandler's mother, said this on Instagram. Give her a follow on Instagram. The call every mom hopes she never gets. Thankfully, he's going to be okay, and thankfully I'm here with him. He was thrown off his horse yesterday afternoon. Thank goodness he was wearing a helmet. He has a pretty bad concussion and is in a lot of pain, but no broken bones. I took the first flight to LA and got here around 9:30 last night. Keep him in your prayers. Oh, and I had missed his episode, so I stayed off of social media until I finally watched it this morning. Thank you for all the kind words. And Chandler's on a new show called A Million Little Things, I believe, on ABC. It's called A Million Little Things. So we'll have to check it out. But Chandler Riggs will always be Carl Grimes to me, and a part of the Walking Dead family, the TWD family. But way back when in season 8, he was killed off like suddenly. Did we see it coming? No. Did his family see it coming? No. And a lot of people were pissed, a lot of fans, a lot of family members. I'm sure Chandler was pissed, but he's playing the PC card and he doesn't want to burn any bridges. That's for sure. That's a smart move. But Carl was the future, right? Well, I guess wrong. They got rid of Carl, or Coral, and they brought up Judith. And to be honest, I love Judith. Young Judith here was just a baby, didn't really do much. She was kind of cute, had her little moments, but a baby in the zombie apocalypse is basically like an anchor. And then we got Judith, badass Judith, 10-year-old, 11-year-old Judith. And I have to say, she's a badass. I had the pleasure of meeting Kaylee Presley Fleming. Give her a follow on Instagram. She is awesome. She is amazing. She is a great actress and a cool person. But it's just crazy that Chandler Riggs was just on Talking Dead this past Sunday, and then a couple days later he had an accident with a horse. That's just one of those things where you're like, man, you can't script this stuff. We don't hear about Chandler Riggs for a long time. He wasn't on Talking Dead, he didn't say this, he was on other shows if you follow him on Instagram, but it was pretty low key. Then all of a sudden, Talking Dead, A Million Little Things, boom, back in the news. But honestly, I hope he's doing well, and I wish him a speedy recovery, and tell him, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.